So we've touched on a lot of topics about, stuff being multi-cloud and on-premise and in different. So are we basically saying that data fragmentation is the new normal?
You gotta stop fighting it. You gotta embrace it. Data fragmentation is the only way. It is the way. There is no consolidation into one cloud or one system of record or one lake. It's just never happens. Everybody would like it to happen.
Right, because I know a lot of big vendors who would still like it to happen.
It feels architecturally pure, but it isn't pragmatic or practical.
And then the other big topic, which will always come up, because we've talked about agents, we've talked about, or agentic AI, whatever your terminology, we've talked about bots a little bit, we've talked about AI. There is a real concern that this is going to have an impact on people's jobs, right? Because we are talking about automation.
100%, everybody's going to lose their job. Everybody's going to be unemployed, because that's exactly what happened with cloud. That's exactly what happened with software and technology. No, it didn't. What happens is, technology waves come, and the nature of what you do and how you deliver value changes. Because you embrace the technologies, you upskill yourself, and the business is better for it. The individual is better for it because they've upskilled themselves and they're more marketable. So I view it as a win-win. I don't really view it as it being any significantly different this time.
But I think, well, regardless of it being different, I think everybody handles change differently, right?
Sure.
And I do find in tech that change isn't always thought through as well as it should be. That's certainly something I've noticed is like for all early in our conversation, I was sort of bad mouthing the ERP era, right? Because I was a part of that. I saw it and lived it. Thing was, at the time, we did actually have a lot of very skilled process design, process change people. Those skills aren't so much around anymore. So is it fair to say, though, that, yes, the technology is moving ahead. Yes, we've got this big change coming. But that's something that end users, that organizations who are going to implement this, they really do need to think about how they're going to handle the change.
It's an evolving discipline. Every new technology, cloud had its own SDLC. Data science has its own SDLC. An agentic approach to enterprise processes is going to have its own SDLC, and it's going to evolve, right? It's going to start with the use cases today, maybe rudimentary, maybe aligned to the most basic processes within an organization. And those are, we'll call them rudimentary agents. Then there'll be agents of agents, and then agents of agents orchestrated on top of that. That is all going to be an evolution, and it's going to be exciting to see how the SDLC plays out. But I don't view it as in any way being, catastrophic to the people of an organization. I view it as being a huge enabler of productivity within an organization. With every productivity gain that technology delivers, it just allows the people of an organization to do that much more, the organization itself to be that much more productive, that much more competitive and differentiated, and engage and deliver that many more better experiences. So the more the technology enables an organization, the more people will do, the more organizations will do, and the greater it'll be for a country's GDP. As new technology waves have come in, each one of them, as organizations wrap their head around it, formulate an SDLC, a software development life cycle for, it was the case in the software development world in the early days. It was the case with cloud. It was the case with data science and building predictive models, and it will be the case in this exciting agentic world that we live in.